off for beautiful glowy skin, we want to make sure that it stays beautiful and glowy all throughout the night. So the best thing to do is to start with a face primer. Now you can use whatever face primer you want. The one I've been using is L'Oreal Paris Studio Secret Professional Magic Perfecting Base. And this is great because it'll even out any like rough spots you have, anywhere you have like a pimple or a breakout or something. It'll help to smooth the skin around it so that your foundation doesn't like clog up there and make it more noticeable instead of like, you know, concealing it. So I'm just going to dot this around my face, and I'm going to apply extra around my nose because I get oily there, and this will help to reduce the oiliness. And then wherever I have breakouts, I'm going to make sure that I concentrate some there. Then you're just going to rub this in, and you know best where you yourself get oily, so just focus this there and then apply a light layer to the rest of your face. Alright, once that's rubbed in, we're ready to get started. So the secret to beautiful glowy skin is going to be an illuminator, and this is Girl Meets Pearl by Benefit, and it's called a liquid pearl. So it's essentially just like a highlighter. This works best with a liquid highlighter. This is just a crank up one. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your favorite foundation. Mine at the moment is Rimmel London Stay Matte Skin Pure Complex in 200 Soft Beige. Now, I'm gonna just give you a warning that if you are going to prom and you do have oily skin, this may not be the best method for you, or you may want to use this sparingly. For me, I have more dry skin, so it actually works really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some of my foundation onto the back of my hand. Then I'm going to crank this up until I have about a quarter sized amount, I don't know. And I'm just going to mix those two together. And now I have a beautiful shimmering foundation. Now you may not be able to see it on your hand, but when you put it on your face, it'll instantly brighten it up. So if you're going to prom and you're worried about looking oily, you may want to apply your foundation as you regularly would, and then just mix a little bit of this and apply this to your cheek area and maybe just a little bit on the sides of your forehead and on your chin, and then skip your nose and your T-zone and stuff just to make sure that you don't get looking oily. But for those of us who feel like we can pull off a more glowy look without coming off too oily, this is great. And I wore this yesterday and my skin just looks so beautiful that I figured I would share it with you. So just dot that all over, and then I'm going to just take this brush. This is the Flat Top Synthetic Kabuki by Sigma, and I love their synthetic kabukis. Oh my god, I love these brushes. Okay, and we're just going to buff that into our face. And that's really the main secret to glowy skin. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is to apply your concealer, and this is especially important for pictures because any like dark circles will be intensified by a flash. So I'm using MAC's Pro-longwear concealer, and this is the best under eye concealer I have found. I'm in NW20, although I could probably go a little bit darker. And we're just going to get that on our finger and apply that under the eyes. And I just use my finger because the warmth of my finger will help melt the concealer. And this is great to do after you've already done your makeup, because that way if you get any fallout you can brush it away first, and then you can use your concealer to kind of clean up the edges and conceal any of that. And then we're just going to do the same thing to the other side. Pat that down there and blend. And then I just apply a little bit around my nose because I tend to get red there, and a little bit on the bridge as well because I do have some redness there. Now you can go ahead and conceal any pimples as well. A quick tip with your foundation for prom, try to avoid anything with SPF. This doesn't have any SPF, so that's good. And because it'll reflect more in photography, especially with flash, so you don't want to look shiny. Now we're just going to take a blush, and you're welcome to use any kind of blush you want. For prom you should probably add a little bit more, but I'm doing this look as something that could also double for, you know, an everyday kind of a thing. So I'm not going to add as much, but just know that for prom you would want to add more blush. But I'm going to be using Maybelline's Dream Mousse blush in 25 Rose Petal. What are you doing?
Just I found some corn.
Ugh. Okay, and it's just a cream blush, and it's got some gold reflex to it, which I really like. So we're just going to get that on our finger, Smile to find the apples of our cheeks, and blend that in. And with this very dewy skin, I think that a cream blush complements it perfectly and will leave you looking really naturally flushed, and it won't look too cakey or anything. And a final step for this, if you want to do it, is to apply some bronzer. Now, in my prom tutorial, I featured a different bronzer, but today I'm going to be featuring the MAC bronzer in Golden. And this is also from the To The Beach collection, but any just nice light bronzer is going to work well for you. And I'm just applying it using a big paddle brush. This is the SS150. And now, what I'm going to show you is just a technique that I picked up from 17 magazine for how to apply your bronzer. You want to keep it very light and natural. So we're going to start up at the temples, and I showed this technique in my prom tutorial, but start up at the temples, then bring it on along your cheekbones, right in through here, on the bridge of your nose, coming down, and down along the sides of your face. And then make sure you blend into your neck. And that is the complete look. You're left just looking completely flawless and glowy, and I think it's a perfect look for every day in the spring and summer. It's a great way to mix up your foundation routine, but it's also a beautiful look for prom that will leave you just absolutely glowing. So if you guys want to see the makeup I put together to go along with this glowy skin for prom, I will have that linked in the down bar. If you have any other requests or comments, please leave them in the comments below. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye guys.